Welcome back to CP's Garage, where today we are now installing taillights because, we have nice headlights, now we gotta have some nice taillights. These will have the same kind of C-ring as the front, but in red, and there will also be LED. They come with their own resistor box, and we're gonna also install some 3157 backup white. So let's get these things installed. So installing these things are relatively simple. We're going to get our icon bit set, and we're going to take out that screw, that screw, that screw, that screw. So it's 4 on each side. Again, these things are dangerous. They're dim, and it's time for them to be changed. And this one over here is hanging on by dear life. So yeah, we're done with it. So let's get started. So these originally came with Phillips screwdriver bits. So we'll grab our Phillips bit out of here and take this light off. It's relatively simple. Should only take a matter of minutes to do this swap. This bit set, I think it was like 40 bucks, but I've used the crap out of this for my bicycles, trucks, around the house. Just keep on using this thing, and I would say it's probably just as good as any of the other big name box store one. I think it's the same as the Stanley, to be honest. Alright, let me move you so you guys can see what I'm going to be doing. So we're going to pull the light out and then simply untwist that, and we're done. For getting the old one out. Again, we'll just let that fall to the ground. So sometimes, if your guys' brake lights got stuck on, you may have to replace these because they melt. I had to actually replace my harness when I replaced my bed because mine was all melted and we couldn't get the bulbs out. And as you can see, I didn't have any reverse lights either, so I should be able to back up now. And sometimes these things are just a pain to get out, so I will usually just pop this clip up and they'll fall right out. All you need to do is grab a flat blade, come in here, grab that guy right there as well. These little hooks, pull it out, and then they slide right off. Just don't forget to put the clip back in, like that. As long as the little tabs are up there, you're good. So let's install these new lights. With the new lights, we'll have to find a spot to double-side sticky tape this to. What I have found is this thing fits right back there pretty well. You can mount it right up there like that. Just use something to clean up the area. I'm going to use alcohol, and I'll be right back once I have alcohol. So I'm back. I have some isopropyl alcohol. I'm going to just lather it on back there and clean it up. And that should allow the double-sided sticky tape to stick relatively well. If this cheap Chinese sticky tape doesn't work, then we'll come back in with 3M HVB and try it again. Alright, we'll give that a second to dry. Then we'll double side sticky tape this thing in there. I have confirmed that this thing will fit in there, and the taillight will still fit as well. Alright, so let's get this in here. I'm going to put this between these two push pins if you guys still have the weather strip on the back of your truck. Push it in. Give her a good hold for a few seconds. And this is what it should look like once it's installed. Now you got this connector you need to hook up to the taillight when you put it in. So let's install this new taillight. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of this piece of paper. Stick it something. Then we'll just plug in our lights. Plug it in. Plug in the resistors. And this should have enough room that you can twist this thing in as well. Make it waterproof. Yep, it does have enough room so we can actually seal it off. So for a reverse light, we're going to need our new reverse light. That's just easy and plugs right in like any other light. It also helps if you take the old plastic out, which I did not notice in this one. I guess someone broke the bulb last time they tried to mess with it. Which wasn't me, because I haven't had reverse lights since I put this bed on. Just like on the reverse lights, pop the clip out and it comes right off. So, put the light in and bingo. We'll just turn it in like we did originally and we're done. Yeah, we'll turn it in like the upper one. And we're ready to put this thing back together again. Just reinstall the 4 screws that were in it before, and job well done, and we can check this thing out just as soon as I get back together again. I find it easier to get the outside screws started first, then go get the inside screws. And for anyone that's wondering, I do have my safety sandals on because, you know, this is Florida. Who really likes wearing shoes when it's hot? I don't. Now that we have this installed, let's take a little look at it. Body line's not too bad. Fits relatively good for an aftermarket part. Being a Chinese aftermarket part. But we'll see how it looks later tonight. And I guess we could go grab the keys and turn it on in daylight, see what it looks like. So here's what it looks like with no brake light and the headlights turned on. You got the C ring on as the running light, and the little LED center is going to be your turn signal and brake light. So now we'll turn on the turn signal. So now the turn signal's on, and as you can see, we do not have hyper flash. The resistor is working great, and it looks pretty good even in the daylight, and it's nice and bright. So the next thing I gotta do is turn the turn signal off and turn on the reverse light. Now the reverse light's on. It doesn't look so bright, but I have a feeling at night it's going to be pretty bright. Also, we also have a running light right there as well in red. So you'll just do the same thing on the other side, and I'll come back once it gets dark so we can see what this thing looks like in the dark. Here's a little sneak peek of what we're going to be seeing tonight. These things look pretty good on the back of it. The only thing I wish is I had a better looking bumper and the bed was painted black. But one day we'll do a frame off on this thing and it'll be looking like its old self again. Oh yeah. Don't forget to watch out for these things coming soon. Alright, it is now dark out. Let's see these bad boys. They are nice and bright. They look great, and there's that little side marker that I was talking about earlier. So let's go turn on the turn signals and see how they look. Alright, I ended up just turning on the flashers since that was going to be way easier. These things are super bright from behind. If you like this modification, you can find these taillights on eBay. They're about $113. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next week. Peace.